Everyone knows. Shlomo would teach what's the highest level of one accepting upon himself pain and suffering. There's a little dialogue between the Radomska and the Holy Kotzker. The Kotzker Rebbe says, for sure, it was Aaron HaKohen. Aaron HaKohen, 2 children in one day. And yet, what did Aaron HaKohen do? Vayidam Aaron was silent. The Radomska Rebbe says back, this is really high. There's even a higher level. This is what we're doing tonight. David HaMelech wrote, after all that he went through, the man is Amercha Chavod, V'lo Yidam. I won't suffice with the silence of Aaron HaKohen. The man is Amercha Chavod can continue to sing songs, continue to learn and to pray. Everyone knows we say in Hallel, Hashamayim, Shamayim, Hashem, V'yayetz Natan, Livnei Adam, and lo Ametim, Yavava Lelokam, V'lo Koyadeduma, V'vava Navachnu, Levarech Yah, V'ata V'yadava. On the yahrzeit, and the Neshama goes higher and higher. I was there when Rav Sholom left the world. We're there together. Those last few moments, Rav Sholom was at a certain peace and tranquility. It wasn't always there. It literally felt like someone leaving Reshut HaRabim to Reshut HaYachid. Just passing from one domain to the next. Going back to the Reshut HaYachid, the Yechido Shalom. I want to read to you a little bit some words from Rav Shlomo on death. There's such a thing as the secret of living and the secret of dying. The secret of living is always to be in touch with yourself and always remember how pure you can be. The secret of dying is to realize how high you can reach. Dying doesn't mean that you stop living. Dying means that you reach that level that you can't do anymore. Dying means that level that you can't do anymore. And obviously Rav Sholom, when he left the world, this was the most he could do. And he gave over the mantle to us to continue. I came to this family 27 years ago, they mentioned. We had the privilege to meet by Reb Shlomo Shul, Lag BaOmer. I remember when things were starting to get more serious, Leah said, it's time to come to Montreal and to make the trip. A little bit, she was a little nervous how the two worlds will meet. I remember the first time meeting Rav Sholom, going to shul with him in Montreal. As much as Rav Sholom was super connected in those years to Rav Zalman and to Rav Shlomo, somehow I found myself in the most blackest, the most Haredi of Haredi shuls that you could possibly imagine in Montreal. I just couldn't figure out how does this go together? How could someone who's flying in such spiritual, it just didn't seem to go. And then Shabbos morning we come to shul, there's not a niggin, there's barely a rikud, the opposite of Rav Shlomo shul. It seems an energy. And yet I see my father-in-law has so many friends. At Shabbos morning, everyone's dressed in the same exact long black garment, the same furry strimal. My father has his rainbow talis. And, is this, how do they look at him? Whose side am I on here? Which world? Everyone came over. Your father was just so special. You have no idea. Rav Sholom's mamash Baal Shem Tov Chassid. Your father was the real thing. And I saw Rav Sholom in his own special way. One hand, so different. And yet everyone really respected his realness, his amitiyut, and being his true self. He was able to be that bridge between so many worlds, between so many people, between so many souls. I want to read to you a little bit. One of the things at the beginning I couldn't understand. My father was up so early Shabbos morning, even before Yechavuta, before learning with Barak. And yet how my father-in-law always managed to come so late to shul. Now to come late to the Carlebach shul is really a chiddush. This is like you have to really work at it hard. And then Reb Shlomo finished davening on Shabbos morning, 1:30, 2 o'clock, Kiddush, and then I'd say, no, ready to go. And my father said, no, I'm still in the middle of Shachars. Later on, my father gave me a poem, a little bit that he wrote. I don't know if it was ever printed, but I want to read to you some of the words. It was out of my, I think, Nachman's bar mitzvah. My oldest son, Nachman, Sion, Abachor is one Motzai Tisha B'Av. And it's Pasha V'Etchanan. And we all know V'Etchanan is the Lashon of Tefillah. 550 Tefillot. And here the first word, V'Etchanan. Moshe Rabbeinu prayed, he davened. The Holy Baditch of the Rebbe says, he davened to daven. Learn to pray before praying. Pray to be allowed to pray. Pray that Hashem should inspire your prayers. To daven sincerely with kavanah, with all your heart, in the name of all of Israel. Daven to be moved by your prayers, for your soul to be stirred to come alive, to go to the deepest within yourself, to reach higher, to want to fix your relationships with Hashem, with family, and with friends, with your people and with your land, to fix your relationship with your essence, your inner self. Daven to sing a true song. Daven to learn one holy word. Learn one holy word to daven. Daven to love and to do one good deed. Daven to see the good in another and in you. Daven to see the good in your home, in the land of your soul. Daven to see the soul of your land, to be in the home of your soul, to joyously be in Hashem's house. Daven that Hashem will dwell in your home, in your words. Daven for true peace in Yerushalayim, in the Holy Land and in all worlds. Daven to daven again and again. Amen. Don't ever stop davening.
Shabbat, the Pirish of Rabbi Gestadna, Reb Shlomo, so many holy Chavra. One of the psukim we read, Ashat Shoftim, Al Tasik V'Urecha. You all know that this prohibition of encroaching on one's border, Moshe Rabbeinu gives 2.5 Shvatim, the Eva Yaden, Amarav. He had 9.5 Shvatim get Eretz Yisrael. This prohibition of Sagatful. But the amazing things, Nachman writes, his Talmud, Rabbi Natan, Tasik V'Urecha, you all know the Shekhinah is also Yifrel to Reyacha. At certain borders you don't cross. At certain times you have to know when to a little bit know you're encroaching too much. My father-in-law had the most unbelievable, I think, in a special sense, to always know. On one hand, he was such an unbelievable life coach, confidant to so many people. Barak said you could share the biggest problems, the smallest problems.
My father-in-law, Rav Sholom, also always knew sometimes when to stop. Lo tasik v'orecha. This is already someplace where you don't go. Nachman writes, even between us and Hashem, sometimes you don't ask certain questions. Malamala, malamata, malafne, malama. I was always amazed to see how my father-in-law one hand knew he would care about every detail, every prat. But he also always knew how to respect people's space, to give them the space. Fantastic. One of the things towards the end of his life he always spoke about was the chevra and how proud he was of everyone. How proud that people were surpassing him and learning Avodat Hashem. How people were just moving and moving. He wanted so much. It was always when someone that he helped a little bit introduce, or he was Masada Kedushin, and it wasn't going well. Sometimes I'd say, Shalom, you look, what's going on? He says, oh, so-and-so, there's problems there. Just, I have to figure out a way to bring them together. Barak, you read that Mishnah from the Sechet Peah. Elu dvarim shelem shio, v'avat shalom ben adam l'chavero ben ish l'ishto. My father wanted so much to bring that peace. The Eshet Chayim Yimsa, a couple should be able to be together. He knew the pain of divorce. He knew the pain of being alone. He knew the pain many times just in between till he met Judy, sitting on a couch watching television on Motzei Shabbat. Reruns, he understood, and he wanted so much to bring people together, to bring couples together, and to really bring an open gates of love between people. You know, this Shabbos we're reading about Shalom. We read about the mitzvah Shabbat Aveda, the gathering lost objects. Sometimes it was just crazy. Both in Montreal, in Yerushalayim, and all the different addresses in Achlaot. As much as Hebron attracts, as a holy city, so many unique individuals, my father-in-law always had a knack to really attract some really very special, unique souls. The cover that he gave everyone, V'asafta al toch beitecha. He would bring them to his house, V'ye'imcha, you be with him. Adrosh achicha oto. Vashevot lo. Chaim HaKadosh writes, Vashevot lo. Hashem has a little tiny on the tzaddikim. Where were you? When there were so many lost objects walking the streets. You have to be merachem on the person's property, his assets, his real estate. If they get lost, what about a Jewish soul that's lost? How could you just let them walk the streets alone? How can you not invite them in? My father-in-law always was looking sometimes. Like Avram Avinu, if someone wasn't knocking, something was wrong. He'd go out to make sure. There has to be guests, there has to be ochel. There has to be someone that needs a hug, someone that needs a warm word. One time I asked Shalom, I said, you know, it's a little strange, don't you notice? So many people are coming in, they're filling up plates and plates, shalosh shedis. And the second you start talking, they walk out. Doesn't that bother you? He says, who says this is less important? Someone knows he has a place on a long Shabbos afternoon to eat. The Torah is secondary. I just want people to know they have a friend. So let's sing a little bit together.
For
always one of the special moments together. My in-laws was always Shalosh Shudas when we came to Nachlaot. My father-in-law really waited all week to be able to share Divrei Torah. And he always had such a nachat. He would ask me to say a few words. Generally, you know how it is when rabbis, there's another rabbi there that has to say a few words. They hope make it short, don't take away on my territory. My father always had such a nachat ruach, the way I would go over and share. He was a little bit basking low. We'll miss him very, very, very much, Rav Sholom. He was a dear friend to everyone. He wanted us to be good friends to each other. Ezrat Hashem, Hashem should go higher and higher and higher. Elo le'ela, Yatzmach b'kainei v'karei Mashiachei. We should be able tomorrow, those who are around, for an unbelievable day of learning, Torah and teachings, and then later on in the afternoon to go to the kever, to be in yahrzeit, the headquarters of Tchiyat HaMeitim. I have the great privilege every year to organize, for many, many years, a Reb Shlomo Hallel in the Ma'at HaMachpelah and Sukkot. Somehow my father was tired, sleeping on the buses and the shuttles, and 30,000 people, it just wasn't a scene. And my mother-in-law always came as a trooper, bright and early. And one year, shockingly enough, I see my father was there at Hallel in the Sukkah outside the Ma'at HaMachpelah. And I said, Hashem, I'm thrilled that you're here, but man ishtana. He goes, yesterday killed a chayal in Hebron. How could I not be here? Jewish blood is being spilled. I'm here to protest and to say, I'm here to be with the Jewish people of Hebron, to say I'm not going to stand on the by. And that's why I'm here for this holiday. Shemamish take all the beautiful attributes of Shalom. Gemara Brachot says, what's the whole reward of a luvaya, of a hesped? It's mamish galo, to draw from great attributes of that tzaddik, to apply it to our life. And as Shlomo said on Shabbos, the greatest non-tzaddik tzaddik, and the one that was really able to touch us in such a very, very special way. L'chaim, l'chaim.